If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. What's the most satisfying act of revenge you've ever seen? And of course, subscribe for more jaw-dropping revenge stories just like this one. Until next time, go Niners! Sometimes karma doesn't come in the form of a lightning bolt. Sometimes it's a slow, calculated takedown, orchestrated in the most humiliating way possible. And in this case, it was sweeter than any Super Bowl win could have been. That moment, when my client looked him dead in the eye and said, "Those tickets were for my name. Did you give them away?" was pure poetry. I could see the blood drain from his face. The man who thought he could steal from both his client and his own employee was left red-faced, humiliated, and $10,000 poorer. Justice served. Of course, I knew things would never really be the same. Working alongside dickhead partner after that was like standing in a room with smoke damage. The air was poisoned. A few months later, I took a better job elsewhere. And my old client? He eventually cut ties with that firm completely. Today, he works with a friend of mine at a competing firm. I'm still bitter I missed that Super Bowl. But honestly, watching dickhead partner get blindsided in that conference room was almost as sweet as a Niners touchdown. Almost. At lunch, my client laid out the rest of his plan. He told me to wait a few hours, then text dickhead partner with the following. Expect an invoice for the resale value of those tickets. Over $10,000. Expect to cover the cost of our extravagant lunch. Issue a personal apology to me. Issue a written apology to his company. And finally, effective immediately, the client would only work with me or another partner. Never him again. When the dust settled, the other partners were furious. Not at me, but at him. He lost his share of profits from that account, and the partners made him pay back the invoices out of his own salary. Meanwhile, I came out looking like the loyal hero who saved the client relationship, despite being the victim of theft. My client's expression hardened. He turned to dickhead partner. Hold on. I gave those tickets specifically to my name. Didn't I? Dickhead partner's mouth opened and closed like a fish. Oh, well, he wasn't able to make it, so he must have given them away. He turned toward me, silently begging me to back him up. I looked him dead in the eye. Wait, what tickets? I never got any. The room fell silent. My client's voice cut through like a knife. Dickhead partner, those tickets were a personal thank you gift. Did you give them away to another client? The man squirmed in his seat. Oh, maybe something got mixed up in the office. That's when my client snapped his briefcase shut. His tone was icy. I think this meeting is over. My name, I owe you a proper thank you, let's go to lunch. Stephanie, come with us. Dickhead partner, you need to go back home and expect to hear from us next week. Dickhead partner tried to protest. Stephanie looked him dead in the eyes and said, I don't think that's a good idea. Then she personally asked the front desk to escort him out. As soon as the elevator doors closed, we all burst into laughter. Stephanie wasn't even a VP, just an employee my client had roped into the skit. And she absolutely nailed her role. A week later, we were asked to fly down for a meeting. Nothing unusual. Except this time, my client requested specifically that dickhead partner be there. When we walked into the conference room, the atmosphere was already strange. All the usual faces were there, plus a woman in her 30s I didn't recognize. My client smiled and said, Dickhead partner, this is Stephanie, VP from another department. She wanted to sit in today. Oh, and hey, my name, you must already know her from the Super Bowl. My heart skipped. Stephanie tilted her head, confused. Oh, I don't think so. Did we meet there? The client smirked. Come on, Steph. You were sitting right next to him. I leaned back playing along and said, Sorry, I wasn't there. Maybe you're thinking of someone else. That's when I glanced at dickhead partner. His face was red. Sweat was forming along his hairline. He stammered, Stephanie cut him off smoothly. No, I remember. Those seats were given to so-and-so from another company. Honestly, I was wondering why we'd give tickets to them. It's not like we work in the same industry. It was a trap, and he walked right into it. Back at the office, I started quietly asking around. A secretary finally spilled the truth. Dickhead partner had given my Super Bowl tickets to one of his other clients, passing them off as if they were from our firm. I can't even describe the rage boiling inside me. My team, the Niners, in the biggest game of the year, and this selfish jerk stole that from me for his own benefit. I thought about confronting him directly, but then I realized, the client was already suspicious. If he exposed the truth, then the fallout wouldn't land on me. So I texted him. Hey, thanks again for thinking of me with those seats. It looks like they were given to another client instead. His reply came instantly, all caps. Are you shitting me? Followed by, pretend I never told you. Let me handle this. That's when I knew, my client was about to run the perfect play. The Super Bowl came and went. The Niners lost, yeah, but just being there would have been the experience of a lifetime. A few weeks later, I was out for drinks with my client when he casually dropped. Hey, why didn't you go to the game? I heard someone else was in your seats. I froze. What game? He looked at me like I was joking. The Super Bowl. The tickets I gave to you. My stomach dropped. My hands started trembling around my beer glass. I didn't get any tickets, I told him. His face went pale. That's when it clicked. Those tickets never made it to me. I've been a die-hard 49ers fan my entire life. And I don't mean casual Sunday watching. I'm talking about the kind of fan who camps out at tailgates from sunrise, face painted red and gold, rain or shine. So when the Niners made it back to the Super Bowl a few years ago, I was already buzzing with excitement. At the time, I was working at a consulting firm. Nothing glamorous, but I had a few accounts I managed directly. One client in particular, and I had really hit it off. He wasn't just a client, he became a friend. After meetings, we'd grab drinks, share laughs, talk football. And he knew how much the 49ers meant to me. So when he got access to a pair of extra company Super Bowl tickets, he decided to surprise me. He gave those tickets to the partner on our account, the guy I'll call Dickhead Partner, and asked him to pass them along as a gift to me. This was supposed to be the ultimate thank you, a memory I'd carry forever. But I never got those tickets. If you've ever dreamed of watching someone finally get what they deserve, hit that like button and subscribe. Today's story is about betrayal, loyalty, and one of the most awkward takedowns you'll ever hear. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this revenge. Imagine working your heart out for a client, building that trust, and then finding out your own boss stole the one gift that meant the world to you. Super Bowl tickets, for your team, the 49ers. Well, my boss thought he could get away with it. But he had no idea karma was waiting to tackle him harder than a linebacker at Levi's Stadium.